Hello, my name is the Black Diamond, but you already know. So today I want to talk about something a bit on the serious side. I've been getting inboxes, people asking me to talk about it. I've been getting people, in general, when we have conversations, asking me to make a video about how to deal with losing a loved one. And I had been very reluctant because I always felt as though, how am I going to be able to speak to other people about something that I'm also still going through? And then I figured, Horim, there's never a point where I'm not going to not go through it, because dealing with grief is a never-ending process. For me, it's not a phase that you can just get over as a person. It's something that is ongoing, that you are constantly going to have to adapt to, because the feelings are different and they come at different intervals. You can be extremely happy 2 minutes, and then the next 2 minutes you are sobbing hysterically because you are just missing this person that you have lost. And it doesn't matter hore motho o na le moholo, o na kula, o na le monyane, e ne le ngwana, e ne le stillborn. It doesn't matter. But once you have formed a bond with that person and you lose them, it's extremely difficult. Going through that it's dark, it's painful, and it's many times misunderstood for seeking attention. It's misunderstood for being a crybaby, and I feel like a lot of people don't quite understand it. They may know of it, but they don't quite understand it. But please excuse my coffee stains. Like, anyway, so I want to talk about what helped me, or is still actually helping me deal with losing my mother. So I read when I started Googling, because I felt like I was losing my way. I started Googling how to deal with losing a loved one, how to deal with people's reaction when I'm, feeling however way that I'm feeling at that point in time. And I came across the 5 stages of grief. It's not a specific book, but if you just Google and you if you're going through losing someone and you just feel like you're losing your way, just Google the 5 stages of grief. You'll be able to, it helped me. I hope it can help you. So I'm just going to go through them, and I'll try to relate them to myself, and hopefully that will help you guys. So the 5 stages of grief are denial, there's anger, there's bargaining, there's depression, and then there's acceptance. So what I've realized is that they don't come in like a chronological form. Like, they can just, at any point in time, you'd feel anger. At any point in time, you'd feel as though you've accepted that, this person is no longer there. So it's just like mixed masala and emotions. So okay, we'll talk about the first one. The first one is denial, where you just feel overwhelmed at the fact that you have now lost this person. You just feel as though life makes no sense. You are numb. You know what's happening, you can see what's happening. And I think I also went through something like that when I lost my mom. I was at the hospital when she passed. But I was just like, no, that's her body. That lady's gonna wake up. I mean, I'm not trying to break down or cry or anything. I know she gonna wake up. I was in denial. It's almost as though, like, I knew she was gone, but a part of me was like, gone. No, yay, don't make me mad. And even when people started coming, go high, I was just like, I'm not even trying to deal. Like, what are they doing here? Because like, yay, no, just tamayang. I was in a state of denial. I was numb until, one day my aunt just pulled me to the side. We know what's going on, but you can't pretend as if you don't know what's going on. So but it's important for you to deal with what you are going through instead of trying to instead of trying to pretend as though it's not happening when it's clearly happening. I broke down that day. I broke down days before the funeral. I literally broke down because it started to hit me now. And as soon as it started hitting me, I started becoming angry. And then this is now the next step of grief. I was angry. I was angry at the fact that, Mama, how could you do this? You know, you were supposed to see me get married. You're supposed to see me. You're supposed to be there. You were just supposed to be there. How are you now not here? You know? So I went through that stage of just being angry at everyone. Not even understanding my own feelings. At some point, I used to feel as though I would have rather not known her for so long. I would have rather had her maybe pass on when I was still a baby and I didn't understand the magnitude of what losing a parent feels like. And then I'd ask myself, Mara, had I not experienced her, would I be able to impart some of the knowledge that she taught me with other people? Would I have been able to get to that point of, you know, speaking so nicely about her? And then, you know, I started being okay and, you know, just going through life. And then at some point I went straight to depression before I went to bargaining for her life back. Nothing made sense. And 2017 was that year for me where everything was just going downhill. You know, it was like, okay, I lost my job. Months later, I'm losing my mom. How? Months later, breaking up with my boyfriend, and things are just not going well. So now I'm just like, Batong, can things get any worse? Like what the hell is going on? And then, you know, I fell into a really dark place. Ke feel hore, but Mama, you should have been here. Bona now into my handle. At least if you were here, you'd be able to advise me. You'd be able to tell me what to do, how to do it, and, you know, maybe I just get my life back on track. And then, luckily, because for Nalin, I am that person that will always see that, you know, there is light at the end of every tunnel. So for some reason, God willingly, and I'm so grateful to God, I was able to get out of that. I was able to get out of that state. But, you know, with grief, Batong, it's not as easy as that. At some point after that, I started now bargaining for her life back. Now it's like anger and I'm bargaining. Now I'm asking, but God, there's so many people that are raping women, that are killing each other, that are doing. Why did you not take those people? Why are you taking my sweet, innocent bullying? How could you do that? Okay, if you could just bring her back, I promise I'll stop drinking. I promise I'll stop going out. I promise I'll stop having sex. I promise I'll stop online shopping. Like, I promise I will change my whole life if you just bring my mother back. I promise I will dedicate my life to the church if you just bring back that woman. And I feel like the bargaining stage also forces you to accept what reality is, to accept that this is now your reality. You know, when you are asking for things that you know can't happen, it is painful. It is, guys. Oh, I almost lost my mind. Just bargaining for my mom's life back. Just asking God, please bring her back. I will change my whole life. I will become a nun if you could just bring my mother back. But life doesn't happen like that, guys. Life doesn't happen like that. I was forced to accept her. She's no longer there. And when I started learning how to accept, it was tough. It was tough because now you have to unlearn your daily routine. You have to unlearn your daily routine. Now you have to accept her. When you come back from home, she's not there. Now you have to accept her. When you are making something that you used to enjoy, she's not there to enjoy it. Now you must accept her. When you go grocery shopping, Obona, the orange or the banana, you know, your mama would have loved these things. Now you have to accept and unlearn the things that were a daily routine for wena. That for me is the hardest thing, and it's one of the things that I am still struggling to deal with. But like I said, it's an ongoing process. It needs you to adapt. It needs you to adapt. It doesn't need you to suppress your feelings. If you feel like crying, illa. If you feel like being alone, be alone. People don't have to understand what you are going through. You are the only person that needs to understand and take control of what you are going through. Because you're afraid that people are going to call you a crybaby. Don't be afraid to let it out because you're afraid that people are going to be on some, when are you going to get over it? You know, because they will say that, because I understand, and apart from them not understanding, we all don't go through life the same. You know, we don't experience things. So you are literally just doing things to cleanse your own soul, to cleanse your own spirit. And it's important to be in tune with those feelings and those emotions because it's for your own well-being. So I really want to encourage anyone who is going through something like this to understand the feelings, understand your feelings. Don't be afraid to express how you were truly feeling about losing whoever it is that meant something to you. Because it's your time, you know. It's a process that we unfortunately we all have to go through. It's not a phase. Hey, I'm over this. No, it's not as easy as that. It's not as easy as, this kitchen is hot, I gotta get out. No, you have to adapt to the heat. You have to learn how to be in tune with what you are going through and accept it as bophelo ba hao and learn how to adapt to it. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is a form of superpower, I believe, that comes with experiencing the loss of someone that you love. I pray for strength to whoever that is watching this video. I pray that you are just okay. I pray that you become better if you are not dealing. I hope that you will be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.